Sawlty Chips with Damien Salty G and Chip K Fabe on various podcasting networks. You can find us, well, essentially me at Dare to Be Damien and Chip at Chip K Fabe, but you also can find us on our respective streams. I mean, Chip, where can people find us?
So you can find us on iTunes, everywhere except for Podomatic, and hopefully Spotify soon. If you want to find us on iTunes, you can. If you're already subscribed to CTP Pod, you already are subscribed to the new Sawlty Chips channel, and if not, you just search the Sawlty Chips Show on iTunes. It'll take you there, or you can go to saltychips.simplecast.fm, and that'll be our website, and it has links to our feeds, to our current shows, our past shows, and look at our logo. Our logo is beautiful.
Our logo is beautiful, and we're going to get to that eventually. You can also find our show on my SoundCloud/iTunes page. That's soundcloud.com/salt, the Damien Salty G network, where you can find shows that I've done in the past, Last Mark Standing, Podcast Champions, this show, for instance. So we are all over the place. But first things first, Chip, that thing behind you, and I don't mean your John Cena never give up towel. That is, I believe, the New England Patriots, Super Bowl champions. Not this year, though. Thoughts on the game, my friend, since we both were wrong in our picks and prognostications?
Two plays made the difference in that game.
Which were?
The trick play to Foles.
Mm-hmm. That was a great play, by the way.
Illegal formation. I want to hear it. It was illegal.
How was that illegal formation?
It was.
How?
Look it up. The NFL came out and said it was the wrong call. It was an illegal formation.
Well, they also don't know what a catch is, but that's beside the point.
Actually, so let's make it 3.
He was a runner, dude. I'm sorry. He was a runner.
But by their rule, it wasn't a catch. If that wasn't a catch,
if you want to do this whole letter of the law stuff, yeah, I got it. But at the same token, he caught the ball. He was in the act of making a football move. Thusly, you're a runner. So then,
sure. But if you gotta stay consistent with your rules. If that wasn't a catch for Dez, if that wasn't a catch for Jesse James,
right?
Why was that a catch?
Super Bowl. That's all I'm gonna say.
But I don't want to hear from any of you anymore. And I'm not saying you, I mean y'all. I don't want to hear the Patriots get all the calls, because guess what? We didn't get any.
No, they did not.
We didn't get any.
What I got annoyed at, I don't know if you listen to Colin Cowherd at all.
I don't.
Okay.
I spit on myself. No, I don't.
Okay. Well, this dude had the audacity, for lack of a better term, or unmitigated gall, to say that Brady deserved to win MVP in a losing effort because he threw for over 500 yards.
No. You're not the most valuable player in a losing effort. No.
Nope.
That's like a participation trophy. No thanks.
By the way, how do you feel about participation trophies? Because I can't stand those things.
I can't stand them. We do it for Little League that I coach in, and I think it's the stupidest thing ever. No, we lost. We don't deserve a trophy. Because they don't want to get better because they go home with the trophy anyways. It's like,
oh,
no.
We got something out of it.
Right. It's like, no, you gotta get better to get one of those. You want to get better at this to get one of those? Let's do it.
So it's like, so what? You got a trophy, kid, and what? You
also, they cost $4
to make. Yes.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not big on the participation trophy garbage.
No.
Full disclosure, Damon disclosure. I was part of the Junior Knicks League back when it was a thing back in the 90s, where every year, like one of the, I guess the Knicks, like 12th man or 11th man was like the commissioner of the league. Everybody was able to get put on a team. There was no cuts or anything like that. If you really sucked, you only played like 30 seconds. Thankfully, I had one redeemable skill, and that was rebounding. So I was a good rebounder for my size.
I was just saying, because you're not much taller than me.
No, but remember, this is me at like 12 and 11. I didn't really grow much after like 12. Okay. So I've pretty much been the same height since I was 12. Okay. So I was a pretty good rebounder. But the reason I'm bringing this up is we all got participation trophies and medals, and I felt like crap because my teams respectively finished 4th and 3rd in the 2 years I was there, and we got the same exact trophies and medals as the ones who won. So imagine if professional sports leagues started doing that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if the Patriots got a Super Bowl ring for being the runners-up?
A runner-up ring. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, you made it to Super Bowl though, so here you get a ring. No thanks. Keep it. Shove it.
But here's the thing: it's it's like those franchises that they'll put up a banner that says we won in baseball, we won the wild card. You know, the
See,
Mets did that one year, and I couldn't stand the fact that they
right.
did.
Like I'm not going to take a wild card banner, but ALCS champions. Okay,
That's
I'll
okay.
take that. That's about where it ends though. Like, oh, you won the ALDS? Yeah, you still got 2 more rounds to go.
What
No
about
thanks.
division champions
Nah.
at the end of the regular season?
Yeah. If you won your division, that's an accomplishment.
Okay.
If you
But
won your division, that's an accomplishment. I'll take that.
well, at least the Patriots can hold on to the fact that they won their division
Yeah, we've done that every year.
by default.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we know we're gonna win, so just get the banner made now. Like, make it for next season already. We already know.
Unless the Jets or Bills sign Kirk Cousins to like a $34 million contract stupidly.
I don't think he's gonna make the difference for the Jets.
I know, I'm just being facetious.
Now, Nick Foles possibly would make a difference.
Okay, in your estimation, what's the difference between Foles and Cousins?
Foles has experience now. He's felt the big time. Kirk Cousins is not.
Really?
Yep. What's the furthest Kirk Cousins has gone?
I guess through the wild card round, I believe.
That's it.
Yeah, I get you.
Nick
I
Foles
was
is
just talking more from a quarterback in general standpoint. I wasn't
I
talking
think
about
Nick
the
Foles is,
intangibles.
I think Nick Foles is hands down better than Kirk Cousins.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Wow.
If you're asking me if I'm paying everything I have, I'm giving it to Nick Foles, not Kirk Cousins.
So if you are, let's say, a person wanting to invest in a Kirk Cousins, what's the price tag? What's a good price tag for
What did you
someone?
just say? 34 million for him?
That was the franchise tag, apparently.
Nope. I'll give him 80 a year. I'll give him
What?
40 million.
You give him 40 million for how many years? 5?
Yeah.
Wow. So that would put him that would put him a million above Nick Foles because Nick Foles only made 7 this year, I believe.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
But to be honest,
But what's Brady making?
What, 13, 14? Because he took pay cuts to sign talent?
Yeah, I mean, he's neither one of them are anywhere near that level of pay.
No.
Maybe Nick Foles,
I think he stays at 7. I mean, I know eventually in free agency he's going to get more, but he's not.
He's gonna get paid.
He's signed
the Jets,
year,
the Dolphins. The Dolphins could scoop him up. Well, no, because now they have a decision to make. Carson Wentz is going to be back, so you got a dilemma. You're either going with Carson Wentz or you're going with Nick Foles. You're not keeping them both.
Dude,
you got to.
Yes, they are.
Nope.
Yes, they are. Foles is signed to a 2-year deal.
Cut him, trade him. You're not keeping both of them
because they don't know if Wentz is going to be healthy enough to come back early in the season. So they need Foles as an insurance policy.
If he's healthy enough, they're going to get rid of Foles,
or they're going to get rid of Wentz. Asking me if your camera's not working.
What's that?
Is your camera not working?
No, why? Somebody's saying it's not working?
People are saying, oh, now you go. Because there's times where we're not seeing you on camera, apparently.
Hang on. Give me a second. Let's see. Did you just hear that?
Yes, I did. I don't know what the hell that was.
Let's see.
I would like you to do this when we're not recording a live show. That'd be nice.
I know, right? All right, we're good. I think as long as I'm here, we're good.
Fine. Okay. So, can you give an update for those who don't know the kid outside your window?
Oh yeah. So we were recording Shattered Glasscast earlier, and there was a kid out there running around. It seemed like it was very green, like the Cobra that Santino used to carry. And he was like, "There's mailboxes right outside my window," and he was just like poking at one of the mailboxes with the Cobra. And he had a whistle. But in an update, he's no longer outside. It's pitch black out, so he's gone.
Okay, wait. So he was walking around doing the Santino Cobra, looking like walk like an Egyptian.
Yep, all that stuff.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I live in a weird condo area. It's
fair enough. So wait, did you have a Super Bowl party?
I went to my cousin's house. I saw my nephew. It was fun. I didn't get spit up on, but I had the best 7-layer dip I've ever had in my life. I still have some.
Why does anyone even need 7 layers of dip?
Because we enjoy putting weight on during Super Bowl.
But you're complaining about losing weight, and now you're putting on weight.
No, I'm good. I'm at my goal weight. I don't need to put any more on, unless it's in muscle.
Well, yeah. Well, that's when Melissa comes in because she's going to train you to get mad muscle.
She I'm in
You seen her traps?
for days.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard that, Melissa? Traps for days. All right. That's all. That's all you right there. This girl, and if you
I could
don't know
only
who we're talking
dream of
about,
traps like that. Like,
yeah.
man,
And
I'm like a stick.
no, and if people don't know who we're talking about, you can find her at Melissa Foss7 on Twitter. Strong woman, essentially, can fling me and you around like we weigh like
At the
nothing
same time.
at the same time, as like a human sandwich and just throw us in the air. She has those Goldbergian traps. You know, like, do you
Yep.
remember when Goldberg used to like flex his traps and they just look really muscular?
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Well, he still kind of does.
yeah, he does, but yeah, no. So
Not as
we're
much
good.
anymore.
Yeah, not as much with the gray hair and the beard and such. But so
Oh,
what kind
speaking
of
of
besides
beards,
wait, so before
my beard is beautiful.
yes, we know your beard is glorious. Mine is going back in after shaving it this past weekend, so I'm very glad that my beard's going back in.
I was just say you had almost a non-existent beard the other day when we recorded.
I shaved it on a 2. It was on a 2 on my blade. So
I have
now
a two right here.
we try to grow it back to like a 5, 6.
Oh, see, mine is the last time I trimmed it down to an 8, and that was a month ago. So I can only imagine what it's at now.
Well, because you got that mountain man thing going on, dude.
Is that including my hair?
Yes. Well, no, your hair is part. You see, here's the thing. You have the aesthetic facials of a hipster, and yet
Yes.
you are not a hipster.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. You are the anti-hipster. So you are quite the dichotomy, and you're confusing because if someone looks at you, they'll swear you're a hipster, and then if you're rocking the cowboy boots and the flannel, you automatically give off the vibe of hipster, and yet you're not.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not even a little bit like hipsters wear those like hats and like the beanies, but they like look like they're saggy in the back, like they have a load of shit in them.
Caps. Yeah.
Yeah, like it looks like there's shit drooping all of them. Like I don't wear those. I don't get those.
It's like a saggy condom in the back of the head. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. As somebody I went to high school used to wear those every day. It was the weirdest thing ever.
I have to ask a question.
Yes.
Were they white?
Actually, no.
Then that's okay then, because culturally, depending on what neighborhood you're in, culturally speaking.
Yeah, I was in that kind of neighborhood.
Okay, good. So you were in
I lived in that kind of neighborhood. Yeah, I grew up in that kind of neighborhood.
Okay, good. So then you get a pass. But let's not see you wear that. Don't do that.
I don't even know where to buy one.
Probably the corner store, 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, something like that.
Five Below.
Five Below. That's a great store, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I
just say, do you have those out in New York?
Yes, I do. Most of my workout stuff, like my sauna suits and the like, they are from Five Below. So
yeah. I need some new training gloves. I can't have those calluses growing. So
Melissa's probably laughing at you right now when you talk about not wanting calluses.
Yeah,
by the way,
sure.
For those that don't know who Melissa is, she's our unofficial producer on the show. She is.
I do the work of producing, but she's really the producer.
Yeah, well, she's the face behind the show. And plus, she's our number one fan. So
shout out only to fan.
No, we have more than one. It's okay.
Well, I'm sure if we looked at the YouTube page, there's only one person watching. And
God dang it, Chip! Stop messing up the flow, man. Jeez.
That's what the show is all about.
You messing up the flow? Yes, I'm aware.
Confirmed.
So, was there any food porn beside your 7-layer dip?
We had buffalo chicken dip. That was very good. We had kielbasa. We had pigs in a blanket.
Okay.
Was that face at the kielbasa or the pigs in a blanket?
Before it was on the buffalo chicken dip.
Not a buffalo chicken dip guy.
That means fire in your ass, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Surprisingly, it didn't bother me.
Really?
And it usually always does. Actually, speaking of fire in the ass, fire in the hole.
Segway.
Moe's. Have you ever had Moe's?
Southwest whatever grill.
Yep.
Welcome to Moe's. That commercial.
Yes, that one. So they just built one near me, and I went there for the first time. And like when I have burritos, I make sure I'm home and I set some time aside to go, in the bathroom, because you just kind of expect it. Well, I got so sick from eating Moe's, I'll never eat there again. Never.
But it just opened up. How are you sick already?
Well, no, I got it a couple weeks ago, but I was so sick for 2 days afterwards.
Let the record state we're 15 minutes in and already talking about Chip taking a shit. So let's just
multiple shits.
Let's just put that out there.
Yep. That's what the show is about. Like I said, we don't corner the market. It's not just about wrestling. It's about everything.
And speaking of everything, how awesome was those Tide commercials during the Super Bowl?
I love that they're playing off the idiots eating the Tide Pods.
By the way, why? Why are these
Millennials.
morons eating Tide Pods?
Millennials, they're idiots. I think it's cool. I feel like it was supposed to be the what was the
Cinnamon
trend a couple
challenge?
years ago? Yes. I think it was supposed to be like that. But that it it didn't work.
But-
Like, like the cinnamon challenge couldn't kill you. You just choke.
Yeah, you
This
just took
could you could kill yourself eating those.
This is what I'm saying. Like, okay, give me 2 seconds to be the old man talking about get off my lawn. But why in the world would you morons out there who eat the Tide challenge? I'm sorry, I'm not going to kiss your ass. You guys are morons. You guys and girls who do that are morons. What do you get out of it besides making your tongue blue and saying, I did it? Like, what do you draw from that? You look like a
Absolutely
bigger idiot by doing that.
Yep.
You know what? You deserve to die. I'm sorry.
nothing.
If you do some crap like that, you deserve to be poisoned and thusly die. Your insides deserve to be shriveled from eating detergent. Because
Tell us how you really feel.
Have you ever known me not to?
Nope.
Exactly.
I wouldn't expect it any other way.
Exactly. So speaking of my stomach and torn to shreds, there were nachos being served at my
Is this a segue show?
radio, baby. It's what we do.
Yep.
There were nachos served at the Super Bowl party I was at, and they did not agree with a lot of us there. And that was the problem because this was a joint effort with everybody there. There were dollar store cheese involved with topping these nachos. And
It's like buying sushi from a gas.
That was your first mistake, was using dollar store nacho cheese on top of nachos that had like ground turkey, beans, Tostito chips. It was the real deal until you got to the cheese. No, it was actual Dollar Tree cheese.
Yeah.
So just imagine like a step below Kraft Singles.
Don't tell my dad that. That's my dad's favorite cheese.
Well, sorry, Dad Chip, but your cheese is garbage.
Yes, I'm a Land O'Lakes guy myself, but I actually don't like cheese that much.
Don't they make butter?
Huh?
They make cheese too.
They do make butter.
Wow.
They make cheese too.
This shows you that I eat usually healthy, so I know nothing about cheese and butter.
Well, I don't eat cheese often, so there's that. Speaking of eating healthy, I just started a new nutrition plan. I'm now with Level Up Nutrition. You've probably heard Ant rave about them.
I have not. Who are they?
They are based out of New Jersey. I talked to the owner, Nick, today.
Okay.
He's sending me his sample. I'm going to be on a 5-day trial. Mm-hmm. They're sending me his shakes. It's cookie and cream shakes. Mm-hmm. And I'm on a 5-day trial. That will be my breakfast. It's a meal replacement.
Okay.
But he also sent me a meal plan, and I need to figure out how to eat healthy. So, healthy man, what are you having for dinner tonight?
What do you need? You need like tips and whatnot?
I need tips on how to eat.
First and foremost, dude, you gotta have more protein than carbohydrates. That's the first thing.
That's one thing I'm good with. I eat a lot of chicken. I eat a lot of beef. I eat a lot of fish.
Well, so what are you putting on your sides, dude? Like, what sides do you have?
I do a lot of rice pilaf.
Nope. There's your first mistake.
Yes, I know. I gotta try quinoa. Have you ever had quinoa?
I love quinoa.
All right, so explain to me, what does quinoa taste like?
It's a grain, dude. It just tastes like a normal grain.
It's like a rice.
Yeah, somewhat. I wouldn't really call it a rice. It's more like a bird feed. I think might be the best way to describe it. And it looks like I lost Chip, so I'm gonna try to finish this one up.
I'm back.
Okay, I was gonna say we lost Chip. It's more like bird feed.
My mixer shut off, so I had to move.
Okay. So if anyone's got any advice for Chip on how to eat healthy, please tweet him at the Checking the Boots podcast or Chip Kayfabe.
My problem is I just don't eat enough. Well, actually, that's it. I don't eat enough.
Weren't you intermittent fasting?
I was, and I still unintentionally am, but I don't eat enough in those 8 hours to make it worthwhile.
Got it.
Because I don't eat breakfast.
See, that's
I don't eat breakfast.
Dude.
Well, that's why I'm starting with Level Up Nutrition. Okay. Their shakes are going to be my meal replacement for breakfast.
Okay. Do you have a NutriBullet?
I'm not a huge... What's that? Do I have what?
Do you have a NutriBullet?
Don't even know what that is.
You don't know what the NutriBullet is?
Nope.
Oh wow. Okay. It's essentially it's not a food processor. It's more like a way to make juice without losing the nutritional aspect of it.
Oh, so it's like a juicer.
Yes, but it saves all the actual good shit that goes into your juice and doesn't take everything out.
Okay.
I have at least 1 or 2 a day. Mine usually consists of spinach, kale, carrots, and whey protein. Maybe 2 scoops of whey protein, and that's usually my post workout
Okay.
thing, and it fills me up, dude. Like it leaves me full. Uh, and I'm not a vegetable guy. People could tell you
Yeah.
I don't do vegetables too often, so
See, I can do cooked vegetables. I don't like
do
raw
raw.
veggies. Like, see, that's the problem. Like,
Yeah.
if I have raw broccoli, I gotta drown it in ranch.
Yeah.
So that's why I need tips with, like, how to make my raw vegetables better, because ranch isn't the answer.
No, that's not the answer. Honey mustard, maybe.
Oh, really?
Not regular mustard, Bill. Honey mustard.
I actually, that's a good idea. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah.
But like my protein, I'm good with. I eat a lot of beef. Like I don't eat regular burgers.
Mhm.
Like I eat a lot of turkey burgers. I actually just had a chicken burger by accident the other day.
Yeah.
It was, but I eat a lot of regular burgers without the bun. I don't eat a lot of bread.
Mhm.
I had egg salad the other day.
Egg salad.
Sorry,
Not
work
bad.
is just texting me.
No, it's fine. So wait.
Um,
So you eat all this. You're relatively eating healthy. It's just the amount you're eating and the times you're eating are off.
yeah. So
Okay.
I don't have a set. My mic just fell into my chest.
Oh my God, Chips,
I
what
don't
are you
have a
doing?
set time to eat. I don't have like I don't have a plan. Like I'm going to work in 20 minutes and I'll be
Mhm.
out at 10. Then I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to come home and have another one of my protein shakes.
In your
And so
Undertaker shaker cup, by the way.
yeah, yeah. Oh, now you can see it.
Yeah, there you go. Dead man shaker cup.
Yep. Um, yeah, but that's the problem. Like I've only eaten once today. I had yeah, I was bad today. I had a steak and cheese sub.
Dude, I can't take you nowhere, man. I really can't.
D'Angelo's has the best steak and cheese subs because their rolls are so good. You don't have
Bread.
D'Angelo's out in New
Okay,
York, I don't
first
think.
and foremost, bread, steak and cheese. You looking at clogged artery central or diarrheaville, whichever one you want. But
I already passed that part. I already had that part.
we're past diarrheaville. Good. You know who's not past diarrheaville?
You?
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh,
They're not past diarrheaville. They calling them garbage is an insult to garbage. Calling them trash is an insult to trash because I've never seen, and if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, the Cleveland Cavaliers are apparently in a free fall. We're about maybe 2 days removed or away from the trade deadline, which is my favorite part of the NBA season because I love the soap opera of
it's my favorite part of baseball season too.
being potential trades, who goes where, and now you have like the trade machine where if you go on various websites, you could try to match up player salaries. But Cleveland has a few things going against it to make any sort of run. Right now, they're what 30-21. They're about maybe four
Oh
and a half
man.
games. They're four
Yeah.
and a half games up on the 8th seed. That tells you enough right there.
Yep.
So they're
The
in.
team that was favored to win the finals.
Well, yeah, from the East, they're favored to go to the finals.
To go to the finals. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yep.
from the Eastern Conference, and you would think they have LeBron James, one of the top 3 players of all time. Kevin Love, a perennial All-Star, and yet we've talked about it last week. They are a dumpster fire. Why are they a dumpster fire? One, too
LeBron
many
gave up.
veterans who are lazy.
LeBron gave up.
Well, before I go to LeBron gave up, if your best player currently, because Kevin Love is injured, is J.R. Smith, old Dwayne Wade, Tristan Thompson. See what I'm saying?
No, J.R. Smith isn't there anymore, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still
Jacking
there?
up threes. Yeah, still jacking up threes. Channing Frye. People like that. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
if those are your old Derrick Rose,
Yep.
if that's your best players after LeBron, you're barely able to get out the first round, let alone make it to the conference finals, man.
Right. And the Celtics are, I mean, they're losing some steam, but they're still killing it for the most part.
And that scares me about the fact that LeBron is kind of, for a lack of a better term, I don't want to say he's quitting, but
He can't beat the Celtics again.
It's being documented by multiple insiders. Obviously, I'm not one of them, and Chip's not one of them.
No.
But he's not playing his hardest because he's stuck with a bunch of players who don't care as much as he does.
Right.
So
I don't think IT cares right now.
when you're passionate about something and you're a part of a team, let's say this broadcast, and let's say we had another co-host who wasn't as passionate as we are, it would make us not want to do a show, right?
Correct.
Okay. I've worked with tons of people who, once the microphone went on, the light went on, you would think we have the greatest of chemistry. But the minute the microphone goes off, I could care less. And that is what's happening right now with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They don't like each other for all intents and purposes. It's very standoffish.
He likes anybody on that team.
I don't think anyone likes IT because remember when he left Boston, people were saying he wasn't well liked in the locker room.
Right.
He's a bit of a divo.
Yeah.
You know, because he's got a Napoleonic complex. Let's be honest here. You know, I'm 5'9". I'm the last pick and when I was drafted in the second round, and I still haven't got my money. So I'm going to try to go out and average 30 points a game, which he did for the Celtics for what, 2.5 years, 1.5 years?
I mean, he really broke out last season.
Yeah, he typified what it was to be a Boston Celtic last year because Brad Stevens, but if anything, Brad Stevens is one of the best coaches, if not the second best coach going currently behind Greg Popovich.
Yep.
So that's a testament to him. But if you're LeBron and you have so many C- players on your team, why would you care? Why you're over here being the best player in the world and everyone else is substandard? Right. You're going to get tired. You're going to get frustrated. I'd be pissed off. So if LeBron's going to take off a game here or there or take off a half and the Cavaliers are going to get blown out like they did the other day against Houston at home, they lost by 30 some odd points. They are a sinking
I didn't even realize
ship.
It was that much.
Yeah, they are a sinking ship with no hope of being found. And the trade deadline, like we said, is 2 days from now. They have the Brooklyn Nets first round draft pick, which is slated to be a lottery pick because the Nets, again, are a substandard team.
Poop.
But they're not willing to part with it for the same reason I mentioned earlier last week on Sawlty Chips. Dan Gilbert is the de facto GM, the team's owner. He does not want to give up being the de facto GM. He wants to be the Jerry Jones of the NBA.
Yep.
Now, I don't bemoan that. I don't criticize that. But if you know you have the number 2 pick and you can get a treasure trove of potential all-stars back in return, if this is LeBron's last season, wouldn't you want to make it more compelling for him to resign at the end of it all instead of saying, nope, it's either me or you, and I own the team, so I don't give a about what you want to do, LeBron? Because they don't like each other. It's evident. They don't like one another.
They never did.
They work together, and that's it.
You could tell when he left in 2010, they didn't like each other.
You mean the Comic Sans font didn't do it for you? when he wrote that breakup letter?
Yep.
Because that's what it was. It was a weird stalkerish breakup letter.
Wasn't it?
By Dan Gilbert. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wasn't it? Yeah. I remember that. I forgot about it until you just mentioned it, but yeah, you're right.
So all in all, I don't have a lot of hope for Cleveland. I don't feel like they're going to make a
LeBron's
splash. But the names you hear being thrown around, George Hill. Care about George Hill? He's not a difference maker.
No.
Who else? DeAndre Jordan. Really?
He's not going to save them.
He's going to put you over the top. You got someone like that in Tristan Thompson, and he's garbage. So this is LeBron reaping what he sowed. He wanted his boy, Tristan Thompson, who's under his management label, to get his money. He brought on Dwayne Wade thinking, cool, that's my boy in Miami. He's going to be lightning in a bottle. Derrick Rose came on a $2 million contract. He had JR. He had Kevin Love, thinking, you know what, for whatever chemistry issues we have off the court, on the court, it's a cakewalk through the East.
Yep.
Not so fast, my friend. Toronto's improved. Boston's improved.
Nobody thought the Celtics were going to be this good.
Really? I actually thought the Celtics would have been this good.
I had them making the playoffs.
I had them as the 2 seed.
I had them like 3 or 4.
So
I had Toronto. Well, I had Cleveland, obviously, and then I even had Toronto beating them out.
I had Toronto as the 3rd seed, but because the East has been watered down over the last few years. But as we are currently constituted, would I be surprised if Cleveland gets out the first round? No, I wouldn't be surprised. But would I be surprised if LeBron actually resigns after the season? Hell yeah, I'll be surprised.
I don't even think
there's no way like that's happening.
I don't even think it's a conversation. It's not happening.
No. And I think both sides have drawn their line in the sand, and they're just going to make the best of a bad situation because LeBron's not waiving his no trade clause. Even though if it was me, I would go to him and say, look, if you're not going to re-sign with us at the end of the year, do you want to help the franchise? Nope. All right, then we're going to ride this out as tumultuous as it is. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a nuclear meltdown of a somewhat successful team.
Yep.
Now, who's to say when Kevin Love comes back in about 2 months, IT hopefully plays himself into shape, and if they make some minor moves, that's not good enough to get them to the conference finals. Do I think that's good enough to get them over the hump of Boston? No, I do not. Especially with a motivated Kyrie. And we talked about this on the last episode of Sawlty Chips. You can find us on multiple networks, except Spotify,
Everywhere.
Hopefully, today.
We're knocking on wood for that.
Yeah, knocking on wood for that.
Put in a good word.
But if you have a rehabbing Gordon Hayward making that inspirational comeback, that can galvanize a team to make them go beyond what you thought they were going to be. So I wouldn't be surprised if Boston does wind up coming out of the East. I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto comes out the East, because there has been evolution in
Toronto. Is scary.
Yes, because there's been evolution in DeMar DeRozan's game. He's not trying to be Kobe anymore. He's actually trying to, I don't know, be his own guy, which I love. I love the fact when players try to be their own guys instead of trying to emulate Mike or Kobe or LeBron. Ben Simmons is a freak of nature, talking about the Philadelphia 76ers, which I'll get into on another episode. But I think that's a good way to kind of segue out of here. Before we go, we have a new logo.
Yes.
It is very reminiscent of Saved by the Bell.
It is Saved by the Bell.
Yes, it is Saved by the Bell without us being sued by NBC or anyone.
We changed it so it's not a complete ripoff, but yeah, it's Saved by the Bell.
But it's Saved by the Bell, and that's our new logo, and we're that just typifies what we're about. We could talk about anything. We talked about diarrhea, we talked about sports and food, and the fact that Tom Brady can't catch a pass, and the fact that he threw for 513 yards and they wanted to make him the MVP, but he couldn't. Malcolm Butler getting benched. The fact that LeBron is quitting on his team.
Dude, real quick, Malcolm Butler, because we can record another one of these. Sawlty Chips can happen at any time. Yes. I want to talk about Malcolm Butler. He should have played in that game. He would have made a huge difference. I don't care about the size difference. He would have made a difference.
That's bullshit. They talk about the size difference. That's such a cop-out answer, man.
That's what I'm saying. If that's your excuse, that's the wrong one. Because he would have made such a difference in that game.
Well,
Eric Rowe got sliced up.
Yeah, they did. And if you saw the fact that Nick Foles sliced up the Patriots defense, and the funny thing is that Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator, was for all intents and purposes the new Lions head coach before it was announced today.
I'm wearing this shirt next episode.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're gonna wear a Kelly Kapowski shirt next episode?
Of course I am.
Of course. Well, that gives you all a reason to tune into the next Sawlty Chips. I'm Damian Sawlty G. That is Chip K Fabe. You can find me at Dare to Be Damian on Twitter. Chip at Chip K Fabe. And don't be a dick. That's the number one rule of Sawlty Chips. Don't be a dick. We'll see you next time.